Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Loch Briar Knits podcast. I'm Kelly, your hostess, coming to you from a sunny, slightly windy Nova Scotia, Canada. And sorry if you hear some funny noises. That's Scout. Has just decided that she's going to land in my lap for the episode. So it's just going to be a short one today. I just wanted to do an update on some of the projects that I'm working on. And yeah, I know, but you're going to have to get out of my way. Yeah, I know. Such a sad thing. I know. It's tragic. I know. You live such a hard life. She says with all due sarcasm. So, okay. All right. Plan my lap back because I'm going to go like this. Yes. Now, normally, when my husband sits in this chair, she tries to climb up on it with him. I'm really hoping she's not tried that with me. So, first off, I have finished the Boneyard Shawl by Stephen West, and I did the larger version, and I used the yarn I had from Voila Yarns, who is Emily Foden. Checking my book right there. And she's no longer dying, which is a shame because this yarn was an absolute dream to knit with. I absolutely loved it, and I wish I had bought a whole bunch more. So the, you know what? I threw the tags out last night. It was, try to remember, Moss 2 was this color here. This one was lettuce. And this one, I don't remember. I have them on my project page, so I will list them. I'll list them down below. But I wanted to use up as much of the yarns as I possibly could, which I did. This is all I have left. And I actually did not have enough to finish, where are we here? The darker green. I was not going to have enough to make it all the way to the end of the section. So, because that was literally all I had left. So I thought there was no way. So this is what I had left of the lettuce colorway. Ignore the dog hair. Everything in my house has dog hair on it. And then this was the milk color that I can't quite remember the name of. So let me just see if I can. I'm going to push this back a little bit. This thing's huge. It's massive. So I soaked and blocked it yesterday. So I'm going to probably send my glasses flying. Try not to do that. Bugs bring me toys now. Look at the look at the size of this. It is massive. I love the colors. They're just like kind of very nice, gentle, muted colors. So we started off with this. And then, let's see where we're at. Then we got the middle color. And then we went to the darker color. I hope this is in focus because I can't see. And then when I realized that I wasn't going to have enough to finish, I went back to the first color and added that in here, but then I ran out of that one, like I kind of got to the end of that one, and so I just finished up the ribbing with the middle color. It was this one. So let me see if I can. So this I can't even wingspan it. That's how big it is. So I can wear it like this, or I can wear it like this on a cold. Oh my god, this is so gorgeous. I just love it. Honestly, like I just love it. It almost makes me wish it was still winter. Almost, but not quite. All right, let me get me back. Let me get me back in place. There we go. Okay. Roughly. I know. Here. Go get your duck in. So yeah, I love this. It's actually very lightweight. So I think this is something that I'm going to be able to wear from, I would say, early fall, mid fall, depending on the day, right through until late spring. And on cooler evenings, this is going to be perfect because it's just so lightweight. I think I have it on inside out right now, but because I don't have my glasses on. La 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 la. Here we go. And oh, it smells divine because I used the soaked it in soak. Forget what this scent is, but oh, it smells divine. So there we go. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So stop staring at me, please. Oh God. She is being such a sook today. So anyway, that is my finished object. And then these are here. I'll take this off because I do have a sweater, a t-shirt, and it is kind of warm. So we'll just set that right over there. The other couple of things I've been working on is socks. So I started, this is going to be the sock for my sister-in-law for Christmas. So I've got, this is the first sock, and this is Kroy. I don't know if I have the tag in here. Do I have the tag in here? Oh, yep. Kroy sock in the glasses. Midnight Orchid. Orchid or Orchard? Orchid. All right. So look at the lovely colors in this. I really like this. I think I have enough to make, I think I have three skeins of this maybe. So I'll have enough to do myself up a pair of at least shorty socks. So yeah, and I had started knitting these earlier and I had to take them out because I made them too big. I cast on 62 stitches and I used a US, normally I use a US 0 for my socks, which is like a 2.0. So right now I'm using a US one, which is 2.25 millimeter. And it's a much better fit than the big, huge monstrosity I did before. Because I think I used a US 3 maybe? US 3? It was too big. It was too big. But I had also wound up, what's what here? Oh my god, I'm so tangled. Okay, there we go. I'd also wound up some lichen and lace sock yarn because I was downstairs just kind of straightening some things up and I found a skein of Marsh lily, which is this, and it just was so beautiful in the skein. I saw it in the skein and I was like, I think I need to make myself a pair of socks out of that. So I started. Oops. So this is Marsh Lily by Lichen and Lace, and I absolutely love Lichen and Lace. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love that. I love anything that's kind of got that almost like a neon spring, that neon spring color in it. Don't mind my incredibly chipped nails. This was impromptu. I just got back from writing and thought, you know what? I haven't done a podcast in a couple weeks. So here we are. And I didn't actually have a whole lot to show because I've mostly spent a good chunk of my week and a half, I think, since my last episode, working on the Boneyard shawl. I will say about that, that was such an easy knit. Like after you do one section, you've got it memorized, and it just goes back and forth. It was so easy. It was so relaxing. I will say, because you're purling on the back side, which normally, like, I don't really mind purling, but by the time you were like, your wingspan was on it was like this, it did start to feel like a bit much. But I was just like knitting it and like watching like podcasts and stuff like that. So it was fine. So that was the socks. Now the other thing is the Terrazzo sweater by Petite Knits. And the only thing I have left to do is to pick up the neck stitches and knit the turtleneck. See if I can get this in. There we go. So this is where we're at. I managed to knit the sleeves the correct size and length that I want, and I did my first Italian bind off, which was kind of tedious. I don't know if it was really necessary, but it does look nice. But I don't know if it was worth the amount of work it took to do it, given that I don't know how much time I'm going to be looking at the bottom hem. So I did not do the bind off for the sleeves on the sleeves, and I'm not going to do it on the turtleneck, I don't think. So yeah, so that is all I have. I knit this with wool, not wool local. Oh my god, right out of my head. Lovely Valley wool. And that is, it's just the natural. Like, I absolutely loved knitting with this yarn. It was such a pleasure to knit with. And the other, I paired it with Knit Picks Alpaca lace in the Carson colorway. So that gives this beautiful marled. Look at that. Isn't that, oh, I just love it. And it just feels just so, it's so soft and gushy. Like, I have another sweaters quantity that Taylor from Wool Needles Hands, she dyed up color in almost like I want to say almost like a burnt orange. So I do have a sweaters quantity of that I will still knit something else out of. So that is pretty much all of the knitting I have been doing. I did get another little sweater done, and I can't remember if I showed that or not. So I did knit another little Christmas ornament sweater. So this is made out of leftover sock yarn, but I did get one done. I'm going to try to get a bunch of those done for gifts for Christmas and kind of do it throughout the year, so I'm not at Christmas time, you know, going crazy and trying to get everything done at once. So that's been it. That's kind of what the knitting has done. And I've been knitting constantly. Well, not constantly, but I've been knitting every day. It's just that most of it's been on the shawl and then just finishing up the sleeves and the sweater. So I should, once I get the neck on this completed, I should have the project diaries for it updated, and that'll kind of give you a whole wider spectrum of everything that went on whilst I was knitting this. I will say it was mostly good with some bad. And the bad had nothing to do with the pattern and everything to do with me. So that's pretty much it. That's all that's been going on knitting wise. I am hoping to get another sweater cast on, but I don't know yet what I want to do. So I have a new sweater I need to cast on. I need another kind of shawl accessory type project to cast on. I do want to try, I'm kind of going back and forth. In the last episode, I'll just put a little link up here. I was going through the different skills that I wanted to learn, and I'm trying to decide whether to start with fisherman's rib, half fisherman's rib, or brioche. But I think it's going to be one of those three that I tackle first, because I feel like there's projects that I want to do that requires that skill set, and so I do want to tackle that first. And for the brioche, I think I may start with like the coasters, and if they turn out okay, then somebody's getting those for Christmas. And if they don't, then you know, I don't know, it'll be a swatch. Anyway, so that's about all that's going on right now. I've got to figure out what my next sweater project will be once I do complete this, and then the April vlog will be coming out probably next week. I don't even know. Anybody else who's retired not know where in the month you are anymore. Every day's a weekend, and I don't know what month I'm in. Regardless, the April vlog will be coming out very shortly, and the project diaries for the Terrazzo will also be coming out once I finish the neckline, and then get it washed and locked and all of that good stuff. The other thing I've started to do is I've decided, rather than trying to get a bunch of yarn dyed in one day around everything else that I'm trying to get done, I'm going to pick one day a week that the weather is good, because I put the yarn outside in a sealed tub to cool off. I'm going to pick one day a week and do like one colorway a week, weather permitting. The one that I did last week was Spring Has Sprung. So this is a brand new colorway for me. So this has got lots of spring colors and speckles, and I got this in my three bases, which are 80/20 BFL, 75/25 sock yarn, and 80/10/10 cashmere. So this one is the cashmere, this one is the BFL, and this one is the 75/25. So those went up in the shop last week. There's still some left in each base. And it's really, the thing I love about this is that it's like it's all the same colors in each skein, but with the speckling and everything, it's like each skein has its own personality. I love how it turned out. I really want to pull a skein for myself. But because I do small batches, I don't want to take one out of the shop, but I want to take one out of the shop. I may still take one out of the shop. We'll see. I'll give it a few weeks, and we'll see how the sales are going. decided I can knit one for myself. So that is about it. That's all that's going on. I think I've got fuzz up my nose now. It's really itchy. So anyway, so I will let you guys go. I'll check in with you with the April vlog in about a week's time and have another episode, and the project diary is coming within the next week or so after that. So until then, happy knitting, and I will see you soon. Bye.